Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of getting pre-approved for a mortgage before you go out looking for a home. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Curtis Turner. I'm a licensed real estate agent with Exit Realty in South Jordan, Utah. Before I get started, I think it's important that I talk about what a pre-approval is and how it is different from a pre-qualification. Sometimes these two terms get interchanged and or mixed up, but they are definitely not the same thing. In simple terms, a pre-qualification is just the opinion of the loan agent and is what they think you might be able to afford, and is just usually based on an estimate of your debts and your income, and that's really about it. Now, a pre-approval is different because this process starts with you filling out the application paperwork, and you'll also include your W-2s and your last two pay stubs. The lender will then check your credit report, and then we'll take all of that and review it to determine exactly what you can afford. As you can see, a pre-approval is a much more thorough review, and the lender will know with more certainty exactly what you can afford and whether or not you're even a good candidate for a loan. Pre-approvals are helpful in giving you the knowledge of exactly what your price range is, so you're not out looking for homes that are way outside of that range and ones that you can't even buy. Another reason is many sellers require that you provide a pre-approval letter with your offer. The sellers want to get as much assurance as possible that you can actually get your financing. For those that don't require that pre-approval letter, you'll definitely have the advantage over offers that come in that don't, from buyers that have not yet sought out any of their financing. This will also help you get to closing quicker because you've already done most of the paperwork. Also, getting pre-approved is helpful in identifying any problems that you might have in your credit history. You'll want to identify any of those problems early on in the loan process so that you can fix those before you start searching for homes. It's important to note that not all pre-approvals are equal and not all lenders use the same criteria in their pre-approval process. It is my suggestion that when you do talk to a lender and start doing the pre-approval process, that you request that they check all three credit bureaus. Some lenders may only check one or two. This means that they're going to probably miss something that was reported on one of the others. It is important to have a complete picture of your credit history. If you want to make sure your loan doesn't get turned down later during the final review, you'll definitely want to have that complete picture. To illustrate this point, years ago I was helping a couple buy their first home. We went through the pre-approval process and got their pre-approval letter. We found a perfect home and they put in an offer. But during that final loan review period, the lender found a problem in the credit, and then we were notified that their loan was not even going to be approved. What had happened was during that initial pre-approval process, they didn't check all of the credit bureaus. Only during the final loan review were they, all three of them were checked, and that's when they found that problem. Now, luckily for us, this was a new build that was still under construction. That gave us time to work on the credit problems and fix all the issues before that final closing date. It took about 2 months to get all those credit issues fixed. The lesson learned is to have a full credit history check from all of the bureaus. This way you can try and avoid any of these type of problems from coming up when you're in the middle of your home buying process. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and thanks for watching.